how-to project, I'm going to teach you how to hand sew. For step 2, you're going to need to lay out the material and then cut it. After you laid out the material and cut it, then you're ready for step 4. Alright, when you get to this part and have everything cut, even if it's creased like that, where it's still connected, you need to cut it. When you get to this, you turn it inside out, so the picture, as you can tell, it's a lot brighter, and this is a lot more faded, so where you are going to be sewing this part together, these two, with the dominant picture on the inside. So when you're done sewing, you turn it inside out and you have this picture showing. Step 5 is where the needle and thread come in handy. So put those two together and then put them off to the side for right now. After you've done doing that, go to the material and turn it inside out. So the faded side of both of the pieces of material are facing outwards, and then you can move to step 6. Step 6 is where you begin to sew. So put a knot in at the end of the thread on the needle and push it through both of the pieces of material to where the knot comes to an end. When that happens, then repeat the same steps, but make sure you're going through both of the pieces of material and going in and out for that. Step 7, you should be done sewing all the border of your material. Make sure at the end, before you get to the knot, you leave a big enough opening to where you can either stick your hand in or you can scrunch up the material so you can pull it right side out, so the dominant picture is facing outwards. See? When you're at this part where everything is sewn, you leave a hole about yay big or so, just big enough to where you can either scrunch it up or you can reach your hand in to grab the other side, and you pull it through gently so you don't tear the material or the thread. And when it's all the way through, you go back in and you push out all the corners like so, and then you have your little pillowcase, or your little pillow that you see the opening is still there. When you fill it with stuffing, you can close it up and then you have a nice little pillow to lay on. So when you got everything like this, you can stuff it when you need to, but for now I'm just gonna not stuff it so I can show you how to close up the hole. So what you do is that you fold it in on itself, kind of like so, to make a straight line. It's okay if it's not even all the way across, that will come out, but when you take your needle and where you creased on there, you stick it on the inside of the creasing, so underneath it, and you come up through it like so. Then you have that. You have your thread coming out and everything. Then what you do is you try to keep the crease as best as you can on both sides. It's harder than it looks. And then you just go across. But when you're sewing this part, make sure you don't pull with a lot of force to where it's tight, because that will come into play when you're done sewing. So you just ever so lightly just kind of like lay it over top like that. Just lay it over top of it. Don't pull it closed yet. And when that is, you just repeat that all the way until the end. So when you got it all sewn up like this, see how loose it is? Keep it like that, and then when you're at the end, just ever so slightly pull on it, and it closes up like so. So look, it looks exactly the same across. And then what you do is that you cut the thread at a respectable length, so about that much. When you got that, you come over here, you take it, and you just tie it off as if you were sewing again. You just tie it off right there. Whoop. Try not to let that happen. But yeah, you just tie it off, and then when you're done tying it off, you get to use it now. You get to use it as a pillow, as a footrest, really as anything that a pillow can do, really. And then see, ta-da, all closed up without a hitch. And now you got like a little pillow thing. Don't worry, I will go back and fill mine, but if you're doing it on your own, you can fill it right then and there if you have the supplies too. But yeah, it's all closed up. Thank you for enjoying, or thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.